Okay. Oh, hey. Sorry guys, I'm running a little bit late. I was watching Sean Tells a Story over on Hot Ones. Also, I don't have my normal live stream light going. So forgive me. It's going to be a little bit dark, but I just wanted to come on here for a little bit and talk to you guys um, about the MS100 contest and how it's going and stuff like that. I'll wait a few minutes and see if anybody shows up. I know it's kind of a last minute deal. Yeah, my nose is running. I literally just ate lunch before turning the camera on. So apologies if I'm a bit sniffy. Okay. So I'll just wait a few minutes. But today is basically the day if you're going to enter the MS100 contest. Like this was the deadline, so to speak. So I was going over entries and going over things like that. Hello, anybody who's watching. I see the number just changed. Make sure you say hi over in the chat. Um, also, I just kind of opened up a air freshener in here, and it's kind of giving me a headache. I think I need to tuck it away for a bit. So I was going over the current entries and stuff like that. Eric's watching my work. Gordon Bills, what's up? Devlin, what's up? So as it says, of course, this is the last day to enter. As I already repeating myself. So going over the people who have already entered and then checking out the people who are kind of straggling. Unfortunately, a couple of people who I thought were going to enter have not managed to get their builds done just due to life. So that part sucks. But I did have a couple last minute entries of people that I didn't even know. They're like literally they were holding out till the last second. And also I determined that a couple people had entered twice, two different levels, like intermediate and advanced. So as it stands, almost everybody who's entered is just intermediate and advanced, which is cool, but it kind of sucks that there's nobody down at the bottom. But I did want to do this video because there's somebody who entered 3 levels but has not submitted yet, and I was just making sure that that person needs a reminder, and that would be Jared Morris. Paid for 3 different levels, to make sure that paid for a beginner, intermediate, and advanced, but I have not heard from that person. Now, mind you, it's not over as of yet, obviously. It's still through the end of today. I don't remember if I put the 20th or the 21st. I believe I intended it to be the 21st. So we had 10 days or whatever to go through it all, which is overkill. Now, the thing is, if you're running behind, just like I did with Balls for Balls and even Lupus for Lupus, if you need a little bit more time, if you need a few more days, hit me up on the email. Let me know you need just a minor extension to get the last little bits done on your build or something like that. And I can excuse that. I'll just have to tell my judges that, hey, look, we got stragglers. They'll get done. Just pop back in and do the judging later. But as it stands, we're currently planning with what we right now have. With right now what we do have, we basically the weekend we'll be done judging. It's not as many entries as I would have hoped, which I kind of attribute to just bad timing, I guess. I don't know. Bad timing and kind of limited exposure despite my best efforts. But there's more people than I thought because, like I said, there was a couple people who were like last second, but then there's also a lot of repeat entries. So that's something that's pretty cool. And yeah, Robert Isaac didn't get to compete this year, but went ahead and donated at the advanced entry level anyway. So that's cool. And then somebody else also donated an extra $5 just to throw towards the charity along with their entry fee. So that's pretty neat. But that really confused me when I saw the payment from Robert, because I was like, he didn't enter. What the heck? And then I read the note on the payment, and I was like, it sucks that I couldn't jump in this year, but there it is. Because Robert Isaac did a cool build for last year, so that's neat. If you just want to donate to the contest, like, or to the charity, I should say, by all means, you can just send it over to the proper PayPal. That's the Shoki Reviews Charity Contest at Gmail. If you just want to donate, $10, whatever you want to donate, just to help, that would be awesome. Just to help more money go to the thing. Now, assuming Jared doesn't manage to get involved, there's literally only advanced and intermediate, which means we have several leftover prizes, and I've been considering what to do about that. And at first I thought, well, I'll just add extra places. But then I thought, well, that doesn't really do much more for adding to the charity. So what I might do, when we get to the end of this, is just to raise a little bit more money, because I'm not going to keep any prizes that don't go out. That's definitely not fair. And then the prizes from Gundam Planet, they didn't even send those. They were going to just send them to the winners. I'm just not even going to worry about those at all. Just say, don't, thanks, help out next time. I'm thinking of doing either an auction for the remaining prizes or a raffle. Which way would you guys think more fun? You pay for an entry to the raffle, and then we'll do a spin the wheel for winners situation per prize. Now, mind you, I don't know which ones aren't going to be spoken for yet. Obviously, we haven't done the judging, stuff like that. So that would mean three intermediate winners and 3 advanced winners, and then best in show. And then if there's a hot shot, I don't know that there'll be a hot shot, to be totally honest. There's some really nice entries, not going to lie. One guy paid for advanced, but I believe he's probably more in the intermediate level, so I might adjust his level. And I did always say, if you weren't sure, overpay. Because one guy, even I think it was Jerry, said, I paid for advanced, but it's like he entered intermediate but paid for advanced just in case he got leveled up, which he didn't, so that's fine. Raffle it, let luck decide. Okay, we can do that. Now, raffle would be for internet, or not international, for US only, because we're going to physically have to ship the prizes, so to save immense cost. Though I may actually ask to pay like $10 in shipping, because these are all master grades, they're all big kits, so they're all going to be a little bit more in shipping. And that way, none of the extra cost gets eaten up by the profits for the contest. So if you can do that, by all means, I think that's what we'll do. Like I said, I'll wait until the contest is over. Like what I think we'll do, I haven't decided if we'll do a live stream announcement of the winners. I think that would be fun, but also a little bit harder to manage. We'll see what happens. Maybe Nate will be able to join me, or some of the other judges will be able to join me. Which I think, if I timed it right, puts it at the weekend. So we might be able to pull that off. Hold on, let me look. If I can get my calendar to pull up. It's being difficult for some reason. There we go. Yeah, that would put it on a Sunday announcement, so the 31st. In theory, if that works out for my judges, we can do that. We'll do it as the live stream reveal of the winners, and then maybe we'll roll right into doing the raffle for the remaining prizes after that. If that's okay with everybody. If you're watching this after I've done the live stream, comment down below what you think. Like I said, we got a lot of good entries. One confused me for a second, and then I realized who it was, and then it wasn't a big deal. There was like the very first entry, and that one was so problematic, he's kind of been disqualified. It was only a $5 thing. He said, just let that go to charity. It's fine. But that one was very problematic in and of itself. There was a little bit of lying involved, stuff like that. And if nothing else, we're all about honesty over here. So there's that. So, but I want to raise more money for the contest. So even if nothing else, if we do the live stream deal, maybe we'll try to include like a fundraiser along with the raffle, stuff like that, because we had it planned to do at least 1 or 2 fundraising live streams One being where we raffle off, but you donate, and whenever we hit certain amounts of money, uh, silly things happen, such as people dyeing their hair or cutting their beards off or shaving a V-fin into their chest hair, things like that. And if you guys are still up for that, if you actually have money to donate towards that cause, we can include that as well. So just kind of do one long thing where we just try to maximize the amount of money. Jonathan, you've already entered though, right? It's like, hold on, wait. You want to enter? You want to do a raffle entry when you've already entered the contest? Yes, I have a pink water bottle. Get over it. It's technically the wife's. She never used it. I adopted it. But like I said, with the raffle thing, I know Facebook is iffy about it. I'm not sure how YouTube is towards it. So, but to keep money separate, I would probably just say, look, if you're going to enter, throw it at the PayPal. That'll count as your raffle entry, and then we go from there. And then hopefully we could get like a bunch of people who want to jump in on that, who didn't want to compete for the contest, so to speak. But that'd be fun. But like I said, if it works out that we can do like a real fundraiser slash raffle and the actual winner of the contest and stuff like that, do all of that together, I think that would be fun. The one thing we didn't get all the logistics worked out was the live stream build off between myself, Joey, and Rodimus. We had a really fun idea for that, but we didn't get the logistics worked out for it. If we have time to pull that together, then we might still do it. We still need to work out the logistics of how you guys interacting with your donations would affect the game, so to speak. It was weird trying to figure that one out. Simply because it could make the game or tank it. It's like the way we were going to have it. So it was going to be a timed build off like Rodimus and myself did. But if you guys donated however much money, 5, 10, whatever the settings were going to be, it would be like either helping or hindering us, like adding 2 minutes, having to pause for 2 minutes, having to work with no nippers, having to work one-handed, stuff like that. Luis Montoya, what's up? So if you guys would be down for a build-off contest like that, still, then we still have the kits, so we can still pull that off. We never called it off. We just couldn't organize it, and now we're running out of time. But we can always do it right after the fact, Just wanted to make sure we had free time. I have free time. Joey's still working. Rodimus is kind of working, but also working at home, so a little harder to facilitate. Now, if we could be in the same room like we were the last time, that would be really fun. So that's the coordination problem. So we'd have to do it via Zoom or via this thing. And then you guys would basically donate via Super Chat, stuff like that, just to raise money. Basically how all these other charity streams kind of go, where people have to do that. I hate doing that only for the fact that it mixes the money, and I hate doing that. So like, even if you donated, if we got 50, 60 bucks raised, it would go into my pool of my YouTube money, and then I would have to wait until the monthly payout for that to hit, and then that means I don't donate until then. Also, if you guys have ordered any of the merch, I have no idea when it might be delivered. I'm still waiting on mine that I ordered over a month ago, and the tracking just shows that it's in the hands of the international carrier. I don't know where they were printing it. I'm assuming the US, Teespring's US factory, or whatever you want to call it, is shut down for the time being, and so I'm guessing it had to be printed overseas in Europe and then had to be processed through the international stuff to get here. It's shown zero progress in the last 3 weeks. So I'm sorry if you've ordered anything and it is somewhere in the ether. If you have gotten the charity stuff or any merch, show it off by all means. I want to see it. I want to see you guys wearing the cool stuff. If you want to go buy it, it's still going to be up. The links are always down below for the merch links. If nothing else, that helps. Anything you buy in the store at all, at least through the end of May, is going to go towards the charity. So if you want to go blow out and buy a whole bunch of different shirts, if it's Double October, whether it's Shut Up Coffee Machine, whether it's Where's the Dirt, because I do have some Where's the Dirt merch over there for those who follow our Sunday live streams. Anything like that, or if you just want to buy any of the MS100 gear, by all means, it's all over there. And like I said, I'm sorry, it's going to take a while. Pandemic kind of slows things down. But if you guys are in the chat right now and you have any other questions regarding the contest, go ahead. Just throw out things. And by the way, I've looked at most of the entries so far. I have not actually done the proper judging, so to speak, but I've got a pretty good idea who's rising to the top, as it were. Though there are some entries I've just briefly browsed, like just real quick. So there's that. I'm only going to be live for a little bit because I have to finish working on the cave here. If you follow my community tab, you saw that I kind of had to do a major cleaning through here. And honestly, it made me feel really good, even though it took way longer than expected. But now I can see the floor in here, even though it's a really gross floor underneath all the boxes. I can see into the closet. I still have a giant box of stuff over here that I'm either going to eBay or Facebook Marketplace, something like that. I have action figures and stuff like that I just don't want anymore, and Transformers I just don't want anymore. But those will be for Shoki's pocket. Those won't be contest related, sorry. But that would make a lot of room. There's a huge box right over there, absolutely full of things that I just don't want anymore. How does the best in show work again? The best in show is voted on by the judges independently of the voting or the judging. So basically, we judge from the winners. Like, obviously, best in show is best in show. So out of the however many winners, six winners, we agree of which one is top. Now, best in show may not be the top winner of that category. Like, if everyone agrees that even though this one wasn't number one, it could technically win. So best in show is always picked from the winner's circle, so to speak. That's why like Tony won last year, because he killed the advanced category, and then also went just so far above and beyond. There's just no way he wasn't best in show. So because it's one of those gray areas where okay, sure, it would be cool if you could have your top winners and then best in show was a whole separate thing. But for me, it makes more sense to if you win two prizes, it's you did even better. But what was funny about that is if it really came down to it, a beginner could win best in show in theory. You could literally have the best build even at a beginner level. So if it's just that good, just because it's not a judging qualification. It's kind of like Hot Shot. Hot Shot is anybody who's too good for intermediate but does not qualify for advanced. But there's only one Hot Shot winner. We don't even have to and I don't mean this, I just meant in general, somebody who gets, unless we somehow had a multitude of people in intermediate that were just too good and they had to be upgraded, then we would have to basically another a best in show of intermediate. But generally speaking, a Hot Shot, I don't know if they would be considered. It becomes its own category, I guess. So technically speaking, even the Hot Shot could be considered for Best in Show, but it's a consensus of all the judges that Best in Show, like the person who absolutely was the best thing. So in this case, there wasn't a solid theme. Like it was just, it's a 1 to 100 deal. Speaking of which, I need to check one of those entries because I remember something being different about it. And people sent in things, either the photos themselves or Imager links or Amazon photos. I've never used that before. If I could have like a server that I could set these things up and you could privately drop your stuff, then I would definitely do that. Because that would make life a little bit easier for me instead of having to jump around and look at different things. It's really nice when the photos can fit in the email. Not gonna lie, I do like that. Does that answer your question, Gordon? Gordon, not Gordon. Oh yeah, and the whole PayPal ID versus email got a little confusing in some places. Actually, I forgot I need to transfer $10 over from my own account into the charity account because Sam paid me in cash. So I need to drop that money over there. So any other questions about the contest as it stands? And like I said, if you are running behind and you think you can get it done in a few days, hit me up, let us know, and we could probably swing that. The judges have been waiting patiently, but it is really easy when everybody's all in one spot. And you can just go at it and then you're done rather than have to go, oh, I gotta go back. Also, my throat. I don't know if it's just the weather or what. My throat hurts. Like it's just like scratchy. You can probably hear it. So I know it's middle of the day and people are like, oh, you went live around noon. I don't know. I just wanted to do it while I was thinking, and I didn't want to take up any time tonight. And I've got a lot of stuff to do today. So, like I said, I got to clean off. The last little bit of cleaning I need to do in here is my workstation here, my desk. And then I got, at minimum, I need to do 4 reviews. I got 4 things I definitely need to review that should be kind of quick. And then I have a couple other Transformers, as you guys saw. UC Gundam. Love your details, man. I hope I can get some for myself soon. Cool. Yeah, it would be nice if IKEA was open. If IKEA was open right now, I would have a slightly different setup. This table would be gone. I'd have a different desk. I'd have a another Billy over there full of my statues that are now taking up place all over the room. I might have to convince the wife to let me display my statues in the living room until I can get a new Billy. Jonathan, I used the Amazon photo thing, but I wasn't sure of the quality. No, it works. It's just that it's weird. Like the photo quality is fine. And actually, you're one of the ones I didn't realize had 2 entries until I made sure and I looked. I knew you had 2 separate entries. I didn't realize there were 2 different levels because you had one advanced, one intermediate. I didn't catch that until I looked at your payment. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I went through the email. So it's been slightly chaotic, but I got it figured out. You know, I'm just waiting on, like I said, I'm waiting on the Jared Morris person to enter, or rather submit. He entered 3 different levels, but only doesn't even sent in pictures or links or anything. So hopefully that person can manage. It'd be great. And yeah, once again, sorry about the lighting. My normal, not quite ring light is over there because I was filming in the kitchen the other day, and so I had not put everybody back in proper place, which is good because I actually had to finagle things last night, putting Transformers back away, stuff like that, and which is the next thing I need to do. So my throat is going to be killing me by the end of today because, like I said, I got to do a bunch of reviews. some of which are quickies, which you need to go over to the secondary channel. Oh, speaking of which, so congrats to Rodimus13, my good friend, for breaking the 200 barrier. He's up to 202 subscribers, and that's great. But it's shameful that the Shoki Reviews 2 channel is running behind on that. I've only got like 186. So we need to beat him. He's my friend, but we need to beat him. So go over, subscribe to the Shoki Reviews 2 channel. It's usually linked at the end. If nothing, do the little tapping on the keyboard, and it'll take you over there. It's also a featured channel on my main page, so if you want to go over there. So we need to catch up, if not surpass Rodimus13, because then he won't have any competition at his level. Now, mind you, that's not Gundam content, but it's other kind of robots and figures and vlogs. If you've ever been interested in stuff behind the scenes over here in the world of Shoki, by all means, pop over there. That's my just my backup channel, but I'm trying to do more stuff over there. Might be doing some live streams over there, things like that, pretty soon. But if you're more into collectibles and stuff like that, by over there. What kind of content does your friend make? Essentially the same content as me. Builds Gunpla, looks at Transformers and other stuff like that. And we also have a live stream review series on Sundays, usually for the latest Gundam series that's going on. Unfortunately, Re-Rise is down for the count, unfortunately. So we're taking a break for the time being, just so we can kind of have our Sundays. It's like, but normally we do that stuff together. He's been involved in so much work here on my channel. I've been over on his channel, stuff like that. But we cannot allow him to surpass us. Now here I have way more subscribers, and that's fine. I've also been at it way longer, but we cannot let him beat us. So if you guys are watching, I need you to go over to the Shoki channel. I need like 30 of you. Like, I know that's overkill, but we kind of need a tiny bit of overkill. I mean, if you're new here, go subscribe to his channel, but subscribe to mine first so that we can beat him. And every now and then you'll see you'll see other me comment in the comment section. But yeah, he's basically he's like me, but 4 years ago. So starting out, he's actually got essentially the same setup, including my old review light. And he borrows a lot of my editing and stuff like that. But we've done a lot of collaborations and stuff together. However, I cannot allow him to have more subscribers than one of my channels. So Shoki Reviews 2, go over there. Maybe I just need to organize giveaways again. So I guess what baby channels do, right? You do giveaways and have good subscriber giveaways. So if we get, let's see, if we get to, I don't have anything to give away right now. I'll figure it out. It's like, I'll figure out something I can give away that people might actually want, and then we'll do a giveaway on the secondary channel when it gets to, say, like 220 subscribers, something like that. Yeah, see, Judd watches most stuff on the Shoki channel, or Shoki 2 channel, because it's more in his line. So that's where I try to keep, everybody voted they didn't want my statues over here. So if I put the new statue reviews over there, which need more views, by the way. Nobody watched the like coolest one I've gotten so far. And I try to put them in playlists here, so if it's a little bit easier, I try to playlist all my shit together, so you can start from here on a playlist, and it'll show you stuff on that channel. A good bit of my Ninja Turtle, my NECA Ninja Turtles are over there. Some Transformers are over there. Dragon Stars, Black Series, Marvel Legends, a lot of those things are over there. And it's a flooded market. I already know that. So I don't dabble too much in those. So maybe that'll just go back to being a vlog channel and then extra content. I don't know. Either way. So I appreciate that Judd likes those things, but we need to beat Rodimus. We have to beat him. That's right. He's my friend, but I can't let him win. So All right, unless there's any other questions right now. Give away a mystery box of stuff you don't want anymore. Oh, thought about that. I thought about doing Gunpla giveaways, but I haven't made anything happen yet. Yeah. Um, if I had a sponsorship that I could just have Gunpla ready at hand, I would probably pull that off. Um, though the funny thing is, the last time I did a giveaway that involved Gunpla, person never claimed their winnings. That's the biggest problem with doing giveaways, especially if you're doing stuff that you've got laying around. Um, a lot of people will subscribe to win, and then they may unsubscribe or they never watch, or in that case, never claim their prizes. So I had, I think, 5 prizes that were never claimed from that. So there's that. But hey, if you're new, UC Gundam, um, by all means, come back on the 31st, and we'll be doing the announcement of the winners and a live stream raffle for the remaining prizes from the contest, and then perhaps just more charity live stream situation. Perhaps. And we can pay, you guys can pay money to see us do embarrassing things. Hopefully. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'd love to get some kind of sponsorship one day, but for now it feels like pipe dream. Yeah. Um it's hard. It's hard when your numbers aren't great. I don't know how big your channel is, but mine isn't huge by any stretch of the imagination. And like, I don't want to be sponsored by the same place everybody else kind of gets sponsored by. Like a lot of people have USA Gundams sponsorship, so to speak, or at least they can get a discount code. That's fine. I reached out to USA Gundam to help support this contest and never got a reply. So there's that. Um, whereas Gundam Planet has supported this contest for the last 3 years to the best of their ability. Last year was fantastic. This year, we don't even actually need the stuff they were going to donate. So there's that. So it is what it is. Yeah, I am new. My friend just showed me your channel. I'm glad he did. You seem cool. I'm always happy to discover more Gunpla content creators. Yes, I am cool. Sponsored by companies like HLJ, you need like 15K subs. Pretty far away from me. I think it just depends. I think even sub numbers don't matter as much as views. Um, and my views are kind of like new views, I should say. So like any new thing I do generally gets like 200 or 300 views, and then like after about 6 weeks they'll start cresting the higher hundreds. But mostly like my content gets, my old stuff is what's getting all the views. Like I'm getting several thousand views a month on stuff that's like 3 years old, and all my new stuff doesn't get views unless it's news related. So there's that. I got 200 plus subs right now. Only got started a few months ago. I'm trying to get sponsored by Galactic Toys since I live right by their 2 only physical retail locations. I mean, that would be cool if I could. I was trying to work out a deal with Hobbytown when they were still around. It really wasn't working out too well, but we also were kind of, there was almost a bartering system there. If I was going to do work for them, and then they would help me out a little bit, but it's one of those things. It is what it is. I try to get sponsored by Jack Specific because I love their Nintendo line, and I was I guess I contacted the wrong section. They have a whole entertainment section for that, and like dude said he was gonna forward my info and stuff like that to the person it was supposed to go to, and I never heard back. So that sucked because I really like Jack's stuff, but then I had to stop kind of reviewing it because all that stuff started happening with kids content and things like that. I still collect some Jack Specific World of Nintendo stuff, but like really, like if I could get somebody who has third-party Transformers, it's just for review purposes, maybe not to keep, but like if I could get stuff to look at it, I would do that. See, look, so that's the crazy thing right there. So you're newer. If you're new and you've got like so few subscribers, and your numbers are basically the same as mine in the first few hours, like, think about that. Like, so it's like, what, I don't currently know how to do this job anymore. Like, if you're not one of these people who's over 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, at least in the Gunpla community, nobody sees your stuff first unless they're a hardcore subscriber. I know we're way off topic from the original idea, but you're a baby at doing what I'm doing. And like, my numbers used to skyrocket, and then the algorithm changed. So like, I don't know that people don't see my stuff or people aren't interested in my stuff. I know I mixed it up because I would be bored one way or the, if I stayed only in one lane, I would get super bored. It's usually why I mix it up, do other things, introduce my other interests in every now and then. But yeah, it's crazy to think that the ones that have been around for years are the ones cresting 15,000, 20,000. I think I've got two or three videos above 20,000 views, which is awesome. But can my new stuff get those views? Like, it's weird. It's like people are looking, and it's all like mostly searching. So like, my lately, for instance, the MG Strike Freedom Full Burst or Full Blast, whichever one it is, Extreme Blast, I don't know, whichever one that is like the top viewed thing lately, and it had like 1,700 views in the last 28 days. And that you could add up like most of my new videos together and get that, instead of, every new thing. I get everything World War II. I get everything late. Yeah. Yeah, breaking out, unless you have a specific gimmick that people like, which usually incorporates boobs, you're not going to grow that fast. And that's 100% the truth. That's not me being sexist or biased. If you're a hot girl, or at least a reasonably attractive girl, and you show a little bit of, especially in the thumbnail, you're going to get the views. It doesn't matter if your content's good. Just had this conversation with unboxing art, because there's a chick, or at least supposedly a chick. It's a weird thing. He posted, he linked a video where she just picked up all the new Scooby-Doo movie stuff. Fine. So she's doing the review in a tank top. First, make sure when she sits down, she bends over so you see straight down her shirt as she sits. Great. And then throughout the review, proceed to just kind of, move them around a lot, even like jiggle them a bit, literally, like. And then at one point, like, she opens a package and a piece of plastic goes flying into her, directly into her cleavage, and then she literally bends over and goes, "Look," and then like literally pulls her shirt open, and shows straight down her shirt. I'm like, first of all, why the fuck is YouTube not flagging this? And like I said, it's not just about being sexist. Sex does sell. It's bullshit, but it's true. But she's literally essentially showing her tits on YouTube for views, and that against community guidelines, technically speaking. But yeah, it is. And no, I'm not specifically talking about Gunpla Melee, or Melly. I don't really care. I think that it's unfair that she gets equal to or more views than the guys who have been around for many years doing this, only because she's a chick. I think that's absolutely unfair. I mean, myself included, but like Zach, Mecha Guy Kotsu, other guys like that, unless you're like way, way, way ahead already, you cannot compete with that. And so it's just unfair. And some of them really don't know anything about what they're reviewing, or they only, read the box, something like that. It just annoys me. Do you have do I ever use Twitter, Mark, following on YouTube? I do have a Twitter. I use it rarely. Link down below. All my stuff is linked in the description. But either way, yeah, it's like, I didn't really want to come on here bitching about that kind of stuff, but it's the truth. It's like, even for somebody with over 6,000 subscribers, worked real hard to get there. all my views are from non-subscribed people watching older videos, not current subscribers watching new videos. And some of them break out every now and then, get 400 or 500 views in a month. But I used to pull that in a day. When in like year 2, certain videos could get 300-400 views in a day. By the end of the week, they'd be knocking on 700, 900, and then algorithm changed on who they were pushing, and my channel went to like insanely low views in comparison. Like it was night and day. Like I almost quit. Last summer I was about to quit. Like because I couldn't get any views. No matter what I did, it didn't matter. And I did the things that get the most views without any effort is if I do Gunpla news. I don't like doing Gunpla news. It can be fun and it's good for getting a quick 10,000 views, but it's just not what I do all the time and I don't feel comfortable doing it. It's kind of fun to some degree, but like that's Second Soundwave's world. You know, that's what made him so big. So there's no point in trying to compete over that, but oh, there he is. Finally. I don't hate on her, but I don't like her either. Just don't find her content interesting at all. It just seems like a bunch of shopping vids and barely any reviews. Yeah, she just got big on she just blew up overnight and like the example I always use. So she got the MG Dynamis. Good kit. That's fine. Zach reviewed it 3 months before her, and she had like 30,000 more views on hers only because she's got her boobs in the thumbnail. On Twitter, I'll plug your second account channel in a second. That's fine. And it is what it is. I don't really care that much. Okay, hold on. Where do we supposed to post videos and pictures and get notified? Instagram is slowing down. Facebook is dead. Where are we supposed to go? Reddit? I don't know. I don't know these things. Like Instagram, if it's good enough, people follow you on Instagram. I know people who picked up sponsorships because of their Instagram or because of their Twitter. My Twitter is crap. I almost never do anything over there. Instagram, I post pictures almost daily, whatever I'm working on, whenever there's a review coming. Every now and then I'll throw a video up on Instagram. I don't have that many followers over there. I just take what I get. Like my most liked thing over there is like 70 some odd likes. I don't think I'll ever do Gunpla news. It would just be me parroting the same information everyone else is doing. The only way news is good is if you got it out first. If you have the ability to get it out as quick as possible, that's the only way. And then you get seen first. And then once the other channel usually picks it up, they'll still get more views than you, but it's a good way to boost it. That's the only thing I've noticed. Like my biggest videos, my quickest growth videos, period, are Gunpla news. And like when it's release season, then you just gotta be on it. You gotta hit it as soon as you see it, and you gotta produce it quickly. And it's a lot of work for not a lot of. Well, there is payoff. I'm not gonna lie, but like I don't know. I don't know how the system works anymore. It doesn't function the same way it did when I started. So I generally tell people to not bother starting right now unless you have a gimmick. Um, even Rodimus 13 over there, I told him it's like, you might not want to just bother. It's like he may never get monetized. That's the messed up part. He could work at this for 4 years and still may never be monetized. You just won't hit that threshold, and they'll probably move the yard or goalpost rather soon, like depending on how things go in the near future with YouTube and creators and everything else. But I'm already rambling way past what I was talking about. It's fine. Yeah, it's not. But here's the thing: when it comes to mega channels like that, I don't really like Mecha Kotsu. Nothing against him. I just don't like him. Like I'm just not. I don't. That's just all it is. I just don't like him. It's not a personal thing. I'm just not into what he does. Second Soundwave used to be kind of friends when I got started. Between him, Dan the Plastic Man, we used to do a lot of stuff together. Then his growth exploded and just sort of left us behind. And just like, you could help us out here. So that's my biggest problem is when people blow up really fast and they don't take their friends with them. And you have the ability and you don't use it, it's just not good. You need 4,000 watch hour to get it, which is crazy. The funny thing is, like, when I started, it was still the old rules. You had to hit a certain amount of time in, a short number of subscribers and things like that. And then boom, I was monetized early on, but I knew the key to my success was going to be cranking out videos constantly. So like I had 6 videos a week, easy, every week for a year, because I had a huge backlog of reviews to do. Just reviewing everything I'd already built, not even reviewing anything new for the longest time. More people watch my old reviews than watch anything new. I'm never going to get anything the day it releases, so I can't do the first unboxing. I can't get the first review out. I don't live in Korea or Japan or anywhere over there where they can get that stuff and just go, boop, I've got the review out. That's why that's the only reason they grow so fast over there. Some guys have personality, sure, but it's the access, it is what it is. Yeah. Monetization hard to achieve now. I had a whole channel on YouTube, over 2,000 subs, and almost all my videos getting over 30,000, 6,000. Well, how did you not get monetized at that point? It was like, also, how did you have a channel that was that big? Like, and then you gave up on it, or what? Just have to tell me more about that. But I gotta go. It's fun talking, but I gotta go. MS100 contest. If you haven't entered, or if you are delayed on your build, by all means, hit up the email. Let me know that you're having issues and you need an extension for a couple days, something like that, just to get it done. Otherwise, this weekend, we're judging what we got. And then, on the 31st, we'll do the thing. I don't know if big channels are the reason for that versus just being in the place that the kits are. If the US had simultaneous release, then US-based reviewers could have the chance. That's the only thing is like we have at least a 3-week wait, and now it's even worse, just given everything else. Well, plug the main channel if you want. I don't care. But guys, see you tomorrow with something. Now I'll have a review up on a channel tomorrow. maybe I'll put up the vlog where I'm cleaning up the cave, and stuff like that. But I gotta get to work. See you guys later. Remember, as always, keep on nerding, keep on building, and let's keep building this community together. And then, like I said, we're not gonna do the normal Sunday live stream review this week. I might do my old school Shoki Sunday though, like go for Sunday morning instead of Sunday evening. So, bye.